day was easy, but then the second day, like I went to eat dinner. So, I mean, I was aware I was breaking the vow, but I was like, the Buddha will forgive me, I'm hungry. You know, he doesn't want me to suffer. It was hard for me to do the walking meditation, like there were times I was mindful, and then there were times like I wasn't. So I just noticed that, like, my mind was very, very tricky. And then, first I thought when I came it would be lovely to stay here, like, you know, one of you, the monks and the nuns. And then I miss my cell phone, I miss driving. You know, I noticed all the things that I thought that I wanted to leave, I just missed them. And I was aware that they were like distractions. And the most interesting thing was, like, the first night we were supposed to sleep mindfully, and I fell out of my bed. So, you know, and I was in a sleeping bag. So, and I was thinking to myself, like, oh, this is so uncomfortable. But it never dawned on me that I would, like, fall. So a lot of things happened that just showed me, like, just on the surface, what's in my mind. And then, am I willing to change? You know, because many times I have the choices. I could either do this or do that. And it's kind of like I noticed I didn't do the right thing many times, which was just surprising.
Okay, well, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, anyone still want to share? Any man here? You want to say something? Or either you want to speak in Chinese, 没关系，你也讲中文也可以啊。Yes, yeah.
I think this is my 4th time on this retreat, and I keep coming back, even though it's mostly the same instructions, because every time I leave and I find that I'm so much better interacting with people, and then slowly it fades away, and I get worse and worse. So I have to recharge, you know, and every time it doesn't disappoint, you know. I'm definitely a better person when I leave. So I'll keep coming back. That's it.
Well, this is the first time we just asked someone to share. I like to hear how do you think is. So, yeah, please say something. That's fine. You know, as I say, you can even criticize saying, I have to send my loving kindness compassion to you.
Anyway, thank you for all the...
Can you just say your name?
Oh, my name is Zhang, and this is my 6th retreat, the 4 immeasurables, and it seems like I always learn something new all the time. And I think one of the most difficult things is also for me was to kind of often being kind to myself, you know, and do I continue being in pain, sitting for 2 hours, or do I kindly move, or do I kindly get up for walking? So I think it's been really great in terms of also my interaction with my parents, because they're my children now. My dad is 97, my mom is 88, so I am like their parents, so I have to be very kind and very mindful. And like yourself, I have very difficulties with my parents. So it's a wonderful practice, but they notice that I have changed, and I notice also that I'm much more playful, kinder, and lighthearted, and my parents are very dear to me now. They're like my own children. So I'm very grateful for the practice, and very grateful for all the nuns and monks. And especially I thank you for being so honest, kind, and find joy and freedom and happiness in the practice. Thank you so much.
Hi, my name is Jeff. This is my first time to this particular retreat. I was kind of pushed, I wouldn't say forced, but more pushed, eased out the door by my wife. She can raise her hand over there. Yeah. So I originally really wanted to watch football and, Thanksgiving and be with my family. And then she was just nudging me out the door, get in the car, we gotta go. And so now that I'm, the days that I'm here, and the 4 things of learning of loving kindness, compassion, and joy and equanimity, what I realized is that there's so many things that I realized as far as for when I was doing the loving kindness meditation, how much small things of anger that became more apparent that I would have with my relationships when I was doing compassion, that I actually needed to do more altruistic things in my life, that I realized that it was difficult to find as much suffering as I would like to be exposed to. When I was doing joy, I realized that jealousy is quite subtle, that you may not think that you're jealous of some people, but as I was doing the meditation, I realized there was subtle jealousy amongst the people that was around me. And then when I was doing equanimity, I realized that in Chinese, 我们说分别心 or discriminatory attitudes that I may have, not toward, like, let's say races or anything, but just for judgments that you make upon, I like this person, I don't like this person. And those became more apparent, something that doing other methods of meditation I didn't particularly recognize. So in that case, I felt like those 4 things, these several days of going through, really kind of illuminated the flaws and that may have been subtle in my life. And so I am grateful that my wife pushed me out the door. It's better than football.
My name is Eugene. My name is Eugene, and I've been here 2 times, and my experience from this meditation was it was good. It was like some things that you can see and see in your mind is crazy, and I should keep on doing meditation instead of just playing video games every day. And I'm thankful I came here, and that's it.
Oh, thank you.
Hello, my name is Stephen, and I would like to say that all of you are so beautiful, so very beautiful. Thank you very much for joining all of us together in this space to expand our hearts and to dive into our minds and find that special place inside of us. This is something I'll always keep with me, something that has forever changed me, and I know that in my heart. I feel like the Grinch, like in this snowstorm, my heart grew 3 times, and it was magic. Magic is the word for it. So, just once again, you're all very beautiful, and know that there is many people in this world that love each and every one of you. Thank you.
Oh, yes. So, George Subatra, do you want to say? Yes? No, you didn't. You didn't say enough.
I'm always being surprised here, anyways. I really concur with what people are saying. This is a very
Maybe closer. People.
this is a very special place. I've chosen it to be the space where I want to work on myself, my mind, my body. A lot of my body, by the way. So there's a lot of work to be done here.
Could you mention you come from Canada too?
Oh yeah, I'm from Quebec, just up the road a bit, 6 hours drive if it's good weather. If there's a big storm, it's like 2 or 3 more hours, which is what happened last week. But for me, it's not very far. It's just around the corner. I feel privileged, like many of us I'm sure do. The teachings are the learnings, as you pointed out so aptly a few days ago. If we're not willing to learn and continually make that effort to penetrate the meaning of things, we're not really getting very far ahead. So anyways, I can't say anything else. And you know what I said last night is from the heart, very deeply. Thank you very much.
Thanks. Yeah.
My name is Liang, and I'm from Florida. And yeah, this is the retreat I feel benefit the most, and I feel I learn everything and feel something every day. And what I want to share is this morning, this section, that's equality, that observing and okay. Instead of the way Dharma suggests, I kind of observe several people around me and portion of their life, and I see clearly I feel most of people suffer more than happy, and before I come out and I look at everybody, I mean the life on everybody again, and think about the karma thing and the fact make that happen, and make me realize there's a lot of things in our life is happening, and that's because that fact make it happen. And if we don't let go, that suffer can last quite long, and that's impact me a lot, especially when I look at several people's life at the same time. And what I want to say is, really, think about the fact, make that things happen, and let that go will make us more happy. That's all I want to say.
We still have 5 minutes. I would say appreciate if somebody really can just speak up. It's fine, whatever you say. Yeah, sure.
Hi, my name is Archit. This is my second time for the retreat here. I was here for the August retreat, the mindfulness of breathing. Mm-hmm. I already had a very good experience when I was here then. I did find a lot of peace because before that, I started doing meditation sometime at the beginning of this year. I couldn't find the right kind of meditation method. I tried a lot of different ones, and I'm really glad that I found this one. Whenever I come here, in the beginning days, you carry whatever you have from your real life, you bring it here, it's not as peaceful. But by the time you're ready to leave, it's very peaceful and you don't want to leave. So if there is some way you can suggest, if we can carry forward this peace back to our homes, that would be great.
Well, I think yesterday I did mention, take the 4 guardians or the 4 angels with you.
Thank you. Also, I wanted to mention if we could have some longer question and answer sessions, that will be...
Yeah, you could actually, you mean the longer?
it doesn't seem to be enough, the question and answer sessions.
Next time, maybe you do the prayer, less people come to join for the meditation. I'm not, of course not. But we would definitely thank you for the suggestion. And yeah, I think maybe we can somehow, maybe perhaps if we have a longer retreat, maybe if there are many people to join the retreat, maybe we definitely we have the Q&A every other day, maybe it's easier, then you have a longer. Well, I know what you mean. But another thing is that next time may be the best, sometime if, or you maybe have a best way to tell. But yeah, I know, we'll try to solve that problem. Right, thank you.
Thank you.
Sorry.
Good afternoon, everyone. So this is my 3.5 times coming to the Four Measurable Retreat. Half time because there was one time in Maryland when Venerable Dhammadippa came and it snowed, so we had to end the retreat short. So, you know, now that I've moved away from New Jersey to Virginia, my chances of coming here is much rarer. And for me, this is a true treasure. And I'm very grateful for my husband for coming. I'm very grateful for all the retreat participants, the monks, nuns, volunteers, of course, Venerable Dhammadippa for hosting this retreat. And I just encourage everyone to continue to take the practice into their homes. For me, it was a huge change, and you know, I share the sentiment that we go back, we try to continue the practice, but it's difficult to maintain the four guardians in our lives. So with all of you around, with my husband around, hopefully we can remind each other to continue the practice and keep the guardians close by. So best of luck to all of you.
Thank you. Anyone? Looks like the men's side, relatively we have fewer men than the women participants, but the men's looks like win the prize. I'm joking. It's just joking anyway. So anyway, all right. I guess because it's a tradition, we have to end the sections. As I say, when we practice, sometimes it is also good that we are not just must remember, even though it's very important to meditate and especially like we learn for Brahma Vihara, so that we let our mind, to be really, free from this anger, and then also will diminish our craving as well, and it would help us to develop the wisdom to understand things, not because what the text tell you, not because what people tell you, not because the teacher tell you, but you realize by yourself, right? I'm sure this is one of the important things. And I always believe this is really what the Buddha Dharma, the most powerful thing. Because, according to Buddhism, when you learn something, you have, of course, this our human nature is when you learn something, and then, of course, you don't want to get loose of the thing, because that's how the craving is about. So, however, but then we still need wisdom. If you don't learn, you don't have wisdom too. So how you find the balance, right? But this is one thing I find the greatness of the Buddha really, really powerful is somehow if you can learn a better way of meditate, and then you discover the truth within. And then that discovering, like what we say, the truth within, you know what you should walk on. Maybe someday you need to struggle. You fell and you You fell and then you stand up again, you fell and stand up again. But at least that's what we say, open ego, right, in Pali. Say the teaching itself, the Buddha teaching itself, that will lead you, right? Lead you always go to the Nibbana, the enlightenment. Even though you might not reach the enlightenment right now, but you always recognize that. Because the most important is recognized by yourself. It's not what people telling you. Because sometimes even when you learn something from the text or from a book or from what the people telling you, your interpretation can be misleading, So only really when you are really become sincere, very open, face to yourself, look at yourself, and then the Dharma will just there, right? Okay. I may be a little astray with my point, but the tradition is that even though we might get this kind of benefit, we also hope this benefit, which we know is very important in our life. Because to know ourselves, what's happening, what's going on, what is the thing I have, what's the thing I lack, what's the thing I'm not good at, what's the thing I'm good at, right? All this, and this kind of Dharma. So you also wish this kind of wisdom, actually is a wisdom that can be, shared to people. So, and which the people also will be able to discover that, so that everyone will be at least learn how to respect each other, how to live together nicely, try their best to live nicely, maybe put it easily, try their best to live nicely. And by recognizing everyone is equally important, right? So, and that's why when I hit the gong, we need to do the meditation like the one you're skillful with. I don't know whether it's skillful, but like the one you're skillful with, like either loving kindness or compassion, or either equanimity, or either the joy meditation. And then I would just like, every night we transfer the marriage. I don't like to recite because everybody know very well, your mind is much powerful than the recitation. But of course, recitation is sometimes, in the past way of doing is because you want to memorize a text, and also sometimes when you feel drowsy, you need a recitation. Otherwise, your mind, your thought is much stronger, right? So, and then just do the transformative to, like yesterday night, and then also then the end when we all were, when we have to do a transformative to all over the world, which the world will be peaceful, and then no war, right? People will live harmony. So, and then I might just recite in a text, and you just do a transfer marriage, okay? Then we will end our section. Anyway, then I might be speak 2-3 words to thank. Still, I need to thank. Speak to thank everyone. Anyway, so just let me hit the gong, and you just have to. Now your mind may be a little loose, but you still have to learn. Now I need to focus, and I have to focus, right? And do something important for your transfer marriage, okay? So we spent a few minutes